Yeah. Hello. Do you watch us? No? Do you know who I am? Probably not. Do you? No? You don't care about me? You are hurting my feelings. Don't do that. I'll walk away. Wait, I heard someone say, no, yes, I like you. Oh, you do? Oh, that's sweet of you. I love you too. Welcome back. That's right. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen, with another Thor episode here at beautiful sunny Las Vegas on a beautiful day featuring 5 products, ladies and gentlemen, from Luminus. So, a very special episode. Are you ready for it? Let's jump right into it. Now, before I start showcasing the products, let's talk about the project because without a project, we cannot use products, right? So basically, I'm gonna call this customer my yearly base returning customer because the first time that I saw him was about 13 months ago. Back then, he had just recently purchased a used BMW X3, and when he brought the vehicle to me, I was like, "Wow, what happened to this vehicle?" And he explained to me, "I bought it like this. The prior owner probably didn't care about the vehicle," and that's true. Probably the prior owner didn't care at all about the vehicle. It was just horrible looking 3-year-old vehicle. It was a 2022 BMW X3 and the year was 2025 and it looked like a 10-year-old vehicle. It had like etched water spots, bird drops, iron. I felt like I was rubbing my hand onto sandpaper. Scratches, sore marks from automated car washes, no protection whatsoever. So the vehicle was in a desperate need of a good treatment. And I decided to offer him a couple of packages that I felt like it would fulfill, what the vehicle needed at that time. And he opted for my elite package, but he didn't go with the ceramic coating upgrade. And on that package, I actually offer a sealant that would hold up anywhere in between 6 to 9 months in my particular environment, depending on driving habits and depending on how he would maintain the vehicle. So I told him, come back 6 months later so we can, do a maintenance wash, take a look at the vehicle, see if everything's going okay. Maybe we can apply a topper. But then at the 6 months mark, he decided to just hold off, and then he contacted me a year later. So that's why I call him a returning customer on a yearly basis. But anyways, the vehicle came in today. I was actually very surprised pleasantly by looking at the vehicle that the vehicle was fairly well maintained. I saw, some swirl marks, a few water spots here and there, some contamination here and there. That it's not a big deal. I think it will be able to be addressed with the paint enhancement that we're going to do, just a one-step quick paint enhancement, just to remove all of those bad stuff. Also, if there's any remaining protection, I want to make sure that I get rid of those. Okay, I'm going to show the vehicle very shortly to you guys so you can see highlights very quickly, and you're going to see that the vehicle is not in that bad of a shape. He actually followed my instructions, which makes me very happy. So anyways, so this is a perfect day to showcase products from Luminus. I suggested him, like, do you want to go with ceramic coating this time? I told him, again, here are the benefits. This and this and this. It will pay off in the long run. But he was like, again, nah, I'm just going to stick with a sealant. And then I decided to offer him Luminous LM Graphene Spray Sealant version 2. Killer product, guys. I have been using for the last year on a handful of vehicles, at least 4 or 5 vehicles, and it's just amazing, guys. It gives beautiful results, just like ceramic coating. It protects so well that one of the vehicles came back after 8 months and the protection was still holding up strong. So I told my customer, look, I think this is the one to go based on your driving habits. Of course, you don't have the budget for ceramic coating. Based on how well you will maintain the vehicle, you can stretch this to easily 9 months or more, because I had this vehicle came in after 8 months and it was looking great. So it was like, okay, let's go with Luminous LM Graphene Spray Sealant. So here we are, guys. Now, to get to this point, there's a process, right? And for that, we're going to be using 4 more products from Luminus, beginning with Blaze Direct Wheel and Tire Cleaner, Vampire Plus Iron Remover, L Pre-Wash Alkaline Shampoo, Black Pearl Oil-Based Tire Dressing. Those are the 5 products that I'm going to be showcasing today in this project, which will begin with wheels, tires, fender wells. Then I'm going to move on to an alkaline pre-wash, followed by an alkaline contact wash. Then I'm going to dry off the vehicle and do a one-step paint enhancement process to remove any remaining protection that there might be. Also, some contamination that probably might not come off with the alkaline pre-wash, and make the vehicle glow again. Okay, so then once we finish polishing the vehicle, I'm going to apply LM, graphene spray sealant, and last but not least, we're gonna dress those beautiful tires with Black Pearl. Okay, so with enough said, let's jump right into the action. Here we go. And by the way, guys, for those who doesn't know, I am Jax from Pristine Auto Lab, and here is my YouTube channel in case you want to check it out. Now, back into action. All right, guys, it is now time to begin this project, and I always start with wheels, tires, calipers, and fender wells because those are the dirtiest on the vehicle. Now, in this particular episode, I'm gonna show you a different variant or a different technique from my usual standard, which typically is to just apply a designated wheel and tire cleaner onto the surface, either on a sprayer or a foamer. I usually let it sit and dwell for anywhere in between 1 to 3 minutes. It all depends on the conditions. Then I jump straight into the agitation process using my designated brushes and wheel mitts that are dunked into a bucket of water, and usually a pH neutral shampoo, but sometimes a alkaline shampoo to help out with organic contamination, especially if the wheels and tires are dirty, very dirty. Now, today I'm gonna do the same process in the beginning. I'm gonna apply Blaze Direct, which is Luminus wheel and tire cleaner. This, in fact, I've elected as the strongest wheel and tire cleaner that I have ever used actually in 2025, and we'll see if this will hold that title. This thing is potent, guys. Then I'm gonna move on to applying Vampire Plus, which is Luminous Iron Remover to help out with brake dust and any metal particles that are on the wheels, sometimes baked in. So this will have lift up all of that bad stuff. Okay. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna let it sit and dwell, and then I'm going to foam it with Luminous L Pre-Wash, which is their alkaline shampoo. Okay, I have diluted this in my foamer at 1 to 50, and I also have added this into my bucket of water for my brushes. Okay, so I'm gonna foam it with my foamer, then I'm gonna begin the agitation process. Okay, this technique I typically like to use when the wheel and the tire is very, very dirty. Okay, so here's one tip for you guys. If you guys want to try it out, just make sure you have the appropriate environment. Okay, you don't want to do this in a hot surface or under heavy sunlight. Okay, now let's begin. Let me see if I can show you the condition. Fender wells are looking terrible. The tires, these tires have definitely seen better days. I think the quality of this tire dressing is not the best one because there's so much gunk accumulated on them. Look inside of the barrels, look at the brake caliper. The face is not the worst, but Yeah, it needs some good refreshment, guys. So there you have it. Here we go, Blaze Direct Wheel and Tire Cleaner. It's called Direct because this is a ready to use product. You don't have to dilute it. And the tip offers you two options. You can foam it or you can spray it, okay? I'm gonna foam the tires and spray the wheels. Here we go. Look at the chemical reaction. It's incredible. Pulling out everything with no contact. This product is incredible, guys. Calipers. Now I'm gonna let it sit well, do its job. Now time for some Vampire Plus. Luminus iron remover. Our remover gives that purpling effect when it starts to chemically react, as you can see here at the bottom. Once I foam it, you will see better. All right, guys, so time to foam with L pre-wash diluted at 1 to 50. See the brownie and see the purpling from the iron remover. Now we're ready to begin agitation process. I'm gonna start with the fender wells. There you have it, guys. Now the wheels and the tires are wet. I'm gonna have to wash the vehicle, so you're not gonna be able to see it right now, but I'll show you later on when it's completely dry how it came out, okay? As I've mentioned, and as you saw, this vehicle is not in a bad shape at all. In fact, I am pretty surprised because I saw this vehicle last time a year ago. Back then I did a paint correction and I applied can coat, and I gave instructions on how to care for this vehicle, and my customer did an excellent job. If you're watching, kudos to you guys. I love people who love their vehicle and take good care of their vehicle. Now, I gotta ensure that the panels are squeaky clean before I apply the new protection. So I'm gonna begin with a alkaline pre-wash to remove organic contamination, as well as protection that it's left on the panels, okay? Then I'm gonna follow up with a fine polish to enhance the gloss, give that pop, and also help remove anything that might be left behind from the pre-wash process, okay? Any protection that might be left behind, okay? I want this panel squeaky clean. Again, this LM graphene spray is incredible, guys. You guys are gonna love it. I have used a few times and I absolutely love this product. On my very first episode, when I began this collaboration with the House of Rags, I went through a 3 pH system wash process. So if you want to learn more in depth about how to do a proper chemical decom process on your vehicle, check out that episode. And again, guys, always wash your vehicle from the top to the bottom. Vehicle is washed, ready to be dried. Then we'll do a quick paint enhancement process and apply LM graphene spray. All right, guys, so it is now time for me to begin the paint enhancement process. But before, let me explain something to you guys. You don't have to polish your vehicle in order to apply LM graphene spray from Luminus. It is not mandatory, it's optional, okay? It depends on you, on your vehicle. If you look at your vehicle and it's looking beautiful, you don't have to do it. You can skip this step, okay? Now, I'm not gonna go into details. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna highlight it here and there because that's not the purpose of this episode, okay? This is all about Luminous, not about paint correction, paint enhancement process, all right? Now, let me jump back into it because time is running short. So here we go. By the way, guys, at the House of Rags website, you can purchase flex tools like my polisher right here. This one is the gear-driven dual action 8mm throw, more known as the Beast because it is a beast. I absolutely love this tool. Also, you can purchase DIY detail products. This pad right here is from DIY Detail, and everything at a very special discount if you use my promo code, which is PAL. Say with me, guys, PAL or your pal, all right? Now back at it. All right, guys, it is now time for the LM Graphene Ceramic Spray. And in case you're wondering if I'm going to do a panel prep before applying this product and after polishing it, no, because the compound that I used is a 100% non-organic compound designed to skip the panel prep process. So after I finish polishing it with this product, I can apply this right away, okay? Now, if you're using any regular compound, make sure you do a panel prep, and Luminous have their own, which is available at the House of Rags website, okay? Let's go. Let's jump right into it because I can't wait to share the results. Also, I'm gonna do a quick water behavior test, okay? So you see how amazing this is. Let's go. Now, the application process of this product is straightforward, very simple. First of all, make sure that the panels are cool to the touch and you're not working under direct sunlight, okay? If you're working outdoors, try to find a cooler time or some shade, okay? Now, you're gonna need only 1 to 2 microfiber towels to apply this product, good quality ones. I like to use 2, one for leveling and one for the final buff, okay? Now, as far as how much product do you use, little goes a long way. For example, on this fender, I just do 2 light sprays and that's plenty. Door panels, 2 to 3, it depends. A hood, 2 to 4, I would say, yeah, 4 sprays will be plenty, okay? Little goes a long way. Now, let me show you how to apply this product. I'm gonna begin with this fender. So 1, 2, that's it, guys. Then I have my first towel for the initial leveling process. You can see the product laying flat, consistent. It feels very slick right away, kind of oily, kind of buttery. Feels amazing, guys. Okay, now, final buff, second towel. Oh man, it feels so good. That's it, guys. Very simple, right? Now I'm gonna show you some other spots and we'll be done, guys. I'm gonna do 3 sprays. So 1, 2, 3. Initial level. Spread the product evenly. Now, second towel. Final buff. That's it, guys. Alright guys, so let me show you the wheels and tires and fender wells before I dress the tires so you can have an idea on how clean it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time for the final touch with Luminus oil-based tire dressing, black pearl. Alright guys, so here is a quick water behavior test after applying LM graphene spray from Luminus. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, another one for the books. This one was a real fun project to work with because my customer was again so satisfied. He was like, that's why we come back to you, because you do some magic. He called me magician. I was like, wow, okay, thank you so much. I guess the magic is in the bottle, right? Anyways, I actually told my customer, I told him, like, look, you are taking good care of the vehicle. I guess I mentored you well. And it was like, yes, you did. That's why we didn't come earlier. We didn't feel like we needed it. And I was like, that's fair enough, right? Happy. Everybody's happy, you know, like, doesn't matter if I didn't have the business 6 months ago. A year from now, if nothing happens in his life, you know, he's probably going to come back because probably I'm going to be his reference when it comes to getting his vehicle treated. All right. So that's, to me, is priceless, honestly. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed too. So let us know, what did you think? Drop your comment down below. I am curious. Also, don't forget, guys, use my promo code PAL to get a good discount if the product is not already discounted, which, by the way, a lot of things happening. So go to the website, check it out. You might be able to grab these products for a very, very cheap price. Who knows? Check it out, okay? It could be a good timing. You might enjoy what's available. Also, you're not going to regret. These products are incredible, okay? Thank you again, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Once again, here's my handle at Pristine Auto Lab in case you want to check out my channel. See you again on the next one.